My name is Second One 814, and I just got back from Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Yes, the latest Godzilla film. And, well, I have to say, I did not like this very much. So, yeah, so let's dive right into why. So, the main reason is not enough Godzilla. And I know, oh, you're gonna say, hey, how is that possible? But, the main focus of this movie's plot is a freaking family drama, uh, and family issues, as well as this is a freaking environmental message bullcrap. Boy, yes. So, oh yeah. So, one of the main plot points is there's this guy. I guess he's a guy who was involved in like the disaster of San Francisco, and I guess you should say now, full disclosure, I did not see the 2014 Godzilla, but anyways, he survived it, and he and his wife, I've separated. And after her son was killed in the attack on San Francisco, and it's 5 years later, and so now his daughter lives with the mother, and so yeah, and the majority of the movie is basically the family drama. Well, not the majority, but that's the main plot point of the movie is the freaking family drama. Well, I shouldn't say the main plot. Well, yeah, it is. It's the main plot point. It's the family drama. Well, that and the fact that we have a freaking eco-terrorist as here, an environmental message, which that should BS. Whew, and this is about where the movie lost me. So the villain. He is the villain, but the villain of this movie is an eco-terrorist who basically and basically the message is that humans are awful and they've destroyed the planet, and now these titans are basically coming in nature's way of regulating, and he wants to use the titans to return humanity to basically wipe out humanity, give Earth back to nature, and blah 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 blah. Ugh. And yeah. So, and I hate that. So yeah, there's an environmental message. There's actually an entire speech where the mother is basically giving a speech about how humans are evil, and we've destroyed the planet, and we're an infection, and how the monsters are like the cure or something. And yeah, it's just kind of dumb. Well, no, it's not kind of. It's really dumb, and that's where the movie lost me. So I know I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's go back. So I will say that it's now you do see a lot of the monsters, or kaiju, as they're called. You do see some of the familiar kaiju, but you don't really get to see them fight. There is some indeed good fighting between Godzilla and King Ghidorah, but I'll get to that. But yeah, so she created this device called the Orca, which uses acoustics of the monsters to broadcast the signals from the monsters to communicate with them. So and it's like she has all of these different monsters, and they say that there's at least 17, and you only briefly see the ones we see the most of are Godzilla, King Ghidorah. I know I always want to call him King Ghidorah, but Godzilla, Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan, or Rodan, however he's pronounced. So we see like glimpses of the original, and it's basically what you see in the trailer, except without the radio or that the daughter character. So yeah, uh, and yeah, there is so yeah so yeah uh, mm, so yeah there's the so yeah, she wants to use, and I mean we see it in the beginning with Mothra, but yeah, and then of course we have the eco terrorist who wants to use the Orca to summon all the kaiju or the Titans as they're called here, and use them to wipe out humanity to give Earth back to nature. And like I said, there's that speech where or the mother tells about how these titans are nature's way of regulating regulating Earth and humanity, and that's kind of where the movie you just kind of lost me. And it's not like I mean there are good parts of this movie, but for the most part, a lot of what we see is not monster hiding, except in like the last act. The majority of what we see is freaking humans drama. Is human drama. Humans talking, explaining the drama. Like, yeah. A lot of that's the. I'd say that's a good like 2/3 of the movie. Now, granted, it's not. I wouldn't say it's all of it because we do see some monster fighting early on. And like in the trailer, you see the part where Ghidorah emerged from the ice. That actually happened pretty early on in the movie. But yeah, that happened early on where Ghidorah escapes. It's like Godzilla. We do see Godzilla. Like their battle in the ice. It's kind of nice. I mean, Godzilla. It's well anticlimactic, to say the least. So yeah, uh, and honestly, I think the movie would be better if it was just a Titans and monsters fighting. Like, why couldn't that just be what it is? Like, people are just talking with nothing, and then like the majority of the movie be the monsters causing destruction and then fighting each other. But no, we have to have that freaking drama added in a monster movie. Yeah. Now, before I go off on a rant, I do want to cover some of the good parts of this movie. I mean, you do see the fights, and yes, the monsters are all CG. I thought Godzilla looked good, or Godzilla good. Ghidorah was good. I actually really liked the design of Mothra. I thought Mothra looked really good. Rodan just looked okay, and everybody and all the other monsters looked ridiculous. Like there's this one monster. There's this one monster where monster that looks like a weird. I guess it's a hybrid of King Kong. It's like King Kong with tusks. But yeah, like I don't know if it's supposed to be like supposed to be like King Kong mammoth or something, but it's like it's bizarre. So yeah, now we do see some decent fighting. There's the brief fight in the beginning, and then there's a Mothra. Godzilla and Ghidorah, or they do have another fight. Although I will say is something interesting. Throughout the majority of the movie, they do refer to Ghidorah as Monster Zero, and I guess that's supposed to be as fan service. But yeah, so and then of course there's the final fight between them, which I thought was good, but which I thought was decent. The monster fighting is definitely the best part, but even so, it only happens in the very last. The monster fight, and at least the really good monster fighting, like that shot where you see Godzilla charging forward and all the planes coming in behind him, like that doesn't really get to happen until near the ending of the movie. And so yeah, movie. The last fight in the movie is definitely the best one. And so yeah, and a lot of the monster destruction does happen off screen. Well, I should say off. A lot of it happens off screen. You do see when Rodan emerges or Ghidorah emerges, you do see the destruction, but the destruction of DC. Well, I shouldn't say that, but DC. Sorry, I'm getting off track. But anyway, but yeah, Rodan emerges to attack Mexico. And basically it's implied that all these Titans are coming out, but we don't really see them. When we see the scenes of them emerging, like you see in the trailer, but other than that, we don't really see much of them emerging. Or much of them causing destruction. I will say. So yeah, there's that. I will say. Hey, I thought. Hey, I definitely was hoping to see more of just get. I mean, Godzilla versus Ghidorah is always going to be a highlight, but I was hoping to see more of just basically Godzilla just destroy all the monsters. Just rip through everything. So yeah, now I've got that part way back to ranking. So, oh yeah, a lot of this is human drama. Like there's this part where they have a missile called the oxygen and device called the oxygen destroyer, and they fire and it kills Godzilla, but not Ghidorah or Monster or Zero, as they're still calling it at this point. And it's basically revealed that Ghidorah is an alien. Yeah, and Ghidorah is an ancient alien that came down from from outer space. And I mean, I know that Godzilla movies can be ridiculous sometimes. I know that Godzilla movies can be ridiculous sometimes, but I mean, really, yeah. I mean, there's a part in the movie where after the second fight with Godzilla versus Ghidorah, and when they're underwater and Godzilla bites off one of Ghidorah's heads, but he comes out and he's able to regenerate one of his heads, which just looks dumb, which I honestly thought was pretty dumb anyways. So yeah, and then and then there, so yeah, oh yeah, and yeah, there's a after. So there is a plot point because since Ghidorah is an alien, it can make storms. Yes, She can make it can create Category 6 hurricanes, which is pretty damn stupid itself, but okay. Hey, hey, I thought that was, but yeah, and it was just really stupid, I thought. But yeah, so, oh yeah, they kill Godzilla with the oxygen destroyer, which I'm pretty sure is just mentioned because of fan service, but. And then there's a plot point where they have to basically bring Godzilla back, but there's literally a plot point about the Hollow Earth. And if you don't know what the Hollow Earth is, it's this mythical. It's like this mythical thing. Place beneath the surface of the Earth. It's like Earth. It's like this like a lost civilization, if you will, below the Earth, and that's where Godzilla lives. And it contains a high amounts of radiation. And it turns out he's not actually dead. Yeah, he's just going there to recover. So they need to wake him up. So they literally have this doctor go in and basically sacrifice himself and basically detonate a nuke where Godzilla is basically lying to essentially or not a nuke, but like a nuclear warhead, and basically so basically recharge Godzilla, if you will. And I mean, I thought the Godzilla recharge scene was good. And I thought that was an interesting plot point, but I mean, the Hollow Earth was kind of stupid. I don't get why they couldn't just have him be like at the bottom of the Earth. So yeah. I think they could have just gotten away with having him be at the very bottom of the sea or something like that, and just drop a nuke on him, because like that way, just that way. I think that would have been better. But no. But we have to have this doctor who wants Godzilla to be kept alive, like some of the Titans to be kept alive. I for study or something like that. Sacrifice himself to help Godzilla. Yeah. And so we so so yeah, you start. If you notice, I haven't really talked about I didn't talk about the fights all that much because, like I said, they don't. The fight, the real good monster fight, doesn't really happen until the last act of the movie. So yeah, ah, but yeah, it was bad. Like I said, the majority of the movie we focused more on family drama, than on the monsters fighting, and most of the characters I don't care about, and there's this organization and that's trying to study them, these creatures. And then, of course, there's the eco-terrorist who wants to turn them into weapons, but, like, none of these characters I care about. The villain sucked. He's stereotypical bad guy. His trope is basically, I'm evil, and I want to take over. Or his trope is basically, I believe that all humans are evil, and I want to destroy humanity and give Earth back to nature. Yeah, that trope. And then, like, and some of these things just don't make sense. Like, we have the orca. It's designed by this scientist, who brings brings her daughter into this, and like the daughter steals the device. Apparently, when everybody goes on break, she somehow steals the device carries it to the park, to this baseball park in Boston, Fenway Park, and is able to broadcast Fenway Park. But yeah, somehow she's able to steal it and get out of the base, the military base where they're based, where her and her mother are basically are, I shouldn't say being held hostage, but are basically well, yeah, basically being held hostage. It's by this evil ego terrorist and his forces, but she somehow just sneaks right out, like nobody sees her, and then sees her, or somehow she managed to sneak out of this base, and somehow make her way to Fenway Park, are completely unnoticed. So yeah, like, how did you accomplish? Wouldn't there be cameras? Wouldn't there be somebody monitoring it? But no, of course not. Hot, hot, hot. So yeah, and then there's the, and of course or ugh. And of course we need to have family drama where it's like the mother does this because she's being she's like being forced, and the daughter doesn't want her to, and blah blah blah. But yeah, uh, uh, so and of course at the end of the movie we have the mother using the orca to distract Ghidorah, and of course sacrificing herself because I guess because she wants to make things right, because she's haunted by what she's done, and blah 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 blah. Who knows? But yeah, that trip. So yeah, as you may have guessed, this movie. I mean, I don't get me wrong. The city destruction and the monster fighting is good, but like I said, we don't see. But there's just not enough of it in this film. Like Mothra, we see her in larvae form, and then we see her in full form. But and like I said, I did like the creature design. Mothra and Godzilla, I liked. Ghidorah was good, but everybody else was just kind of was dumb. Well, I mean, okay, Rodan was all right, but all the other creature monster designs were just stupid. And speaking of the other monster, there's what Titans. Which title is Godzilla King of the Monsters. Well, like after Godzilla defeats Ghidorah, and in the final scene of the movie, there's a scene and like all the other type or monsters are gathered around Godzilla, and they all start bowing to him because he is the king. And honestly, I did not like that. I was gonna say I hated it, but it wasn't that bad. But like, really, besides Mothra, Godzilla should just be. I think it was really hoping just to see Godzilla just go on a rampage, because there's a plot point where like since Ghidorah is an alien, and Ghidorah wakes up all the other Titans, and now he's controlling them. Or it's controlling them. So yeah. But yeah. But I just thought that plot point was just stupid. Stupid. So yeah. And of course, there's an end of the post-credit scene where like where the where the bad guy is met. He's like on an island, and there's these people who have like one of the remaining heads of Ghidorah, which makes absolutely no sense because in the final fight with Ghidorah, like Godzilla is about to explode because the nuclear warhead that they detonated, like supercharged him, and like, and instead of like literally be blowing up, Godzilla go go and it gets, I don't know, I want to call it, I guess you hokey, hokey, I guess is the word. Like, instead of just literally detonating, Godzilla goes to do a super breath, and then instead sends out waves of nuclear radiation, and then explodes. And then he survives somehow, because I guess it wasn't, because he was burning off excess radiation. And then he emerges from the wreckage, and he's got one of Ghidorah's heads in his mouth, and he basically uses his atomic breath because he's no longer a thermonuclear, and he blasts it away. So somehow this final little head of Ghidorah, was not obliterated by Godzilla's atomic breath, but instead just blasted away. And somehow it was recovered by, I guess, like fishermen or something like that. So yeah, that's that. Which probably means that maybe we'll see they're going to try to clone him, and I guess, and we might see a Mecha Ghidorah. I don't know if it's called Mecha Ghidorah or Ghidorah, but in the next one. But yeah, but this one, but if we do see the next one, I want to see more freaking monster fighting. There was just too much humans in this, and like I said, yeah, I didn't care about any of the characters. It's not. I mean, they're not all stereotypes, but I just didn't care. When I go to a Godzilla for, I want to see. I'm going to see a gigantic monster was causing massive destruction and beating the hell out of each other. I do not want to watch people, not to watch family dramas. So yeah. But anyways, so I think it's time to wrap. Excuse me. But anyway, so I think it's about time for the final score. So, with the fact, everything I just said, with how my final rating for this movie is a 4 out of 10. The environmental message bullcrap, the characters I didn't care about, the family drama that I didn't care about, and this freaking stupid eco-terrorist trope. I didn't care about. And not enough monster fighting. It's just make movie a 4 out of 10. So yeah. Now would I recommend to go see it? Unless you're a hardcore Godzilla fan, I'd say skip this one. And there you have it. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 4 out of 10. And hardcore. Only see if you're a hardcore fan. Otherwise, sit this one out. And, well, that about wraps up this video. My name is Second Day 14. Thank you so much for watching. May the wind always be at your back. See you next time.